Owning zero BTC, absolutely zero, I believe is irrational. So let me explain exactly what I mean by that and break it down with some numbers. So like I said, I don't believe someone could give me a rational reason on why they own zero Bitcoin. In my opinion, owning Bitcoin today is one of the most asymmetric upside bets you can make on the future, and I'm going to show you what I mean with some real numbers. So here we're going to demonstrate what a Bitcoin portfolio could look like with a very conservative allocation. This is just a initial investment of $100 and then a monthly contribution of $100 on top of that. Also with a fiat debasement rate of 7%. So we're saying the dollar is going to lose 7% of its value each year. The odds are most people with a traditional financial background are going to tell you diversification is key, but those same people will then not own any Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin were to not gain any adoption in the market share, even if the same people today who are into Bitcoin were into Bitcoin in the future, no one else chose to adopt it, then the price of Bitcoin in dollars would still go up. What I mean by that is the dollar has to be printed. So even if more people don't adopt it, it stays at the same relative percentage of the market share, it's still going to go up in price because they have to print dollars to keep the economy moving, to keep the economy running. They're not going to print more Bitcoin because it's impossible to do that. So even with a fiat debasement rate of 7%, you're still going to have an increase of Bitcoin's price in dollar terms. So here we can see, even with this moderate conservative allocation, right? I'm using a Bitcoin annual growth rate of 30%. I believe Bitcoin will grow at 30% or more per year. I think it'll smooth out and slow down after that, but that's what I believe. You don't have to believe my thesis, right? Even if you believe it'll grow at 10%, or like I said, 0%, it's still gonna go up priced in dollars. So even if you think I'm dead wrong, you should have some chips on the table, right? The biggest mistake you can make is to rest on your laurels and think, well, I don't understand Bitcoin, but I think I'm right that it's stupid and worth nothing, so I'm gonna not own any. You might want to hedge your bets on the off chance that you might be wrong about Bitcoin and it really is the future of money. We can see that this portfolio grows to a value of $653,000 by the year 2040 with an average growth rate of 20%. We can use even some more conservative. Let's try 20% here. And again, that's still a value of $244,489. And so here's another interesting thing to visualize is the Bitcoin price. So by the year 2040, with our growth rate, the Bitcoin price would be $4,118,000 with a real value of $1,386,000. So that's keeping into account the fiat debasement rate. So it'll be worth 4 million in the future's dollars, right? You can see that, prices are constantly increasing. So why wouldn't it be the same for the one asset in the world that no one can create more of? Here you can see clearly visually illustrated what even a small contribution of Bitcoin in your portfolio could grow to if us Bitcoiners are right about what we're saying. And again, you might think I'm dead wrong, but that still means you should hedge whatever you can, $5 a month, $10 a week, whatever you can afford to hedge your bets in this area that Bitcoiners might be right about Bitcoin, and it might just be the future of money, right? Do you really think the dollar is going to be around forever? And again, I don't think people should be able to make a judgment about Bitcoin if they don't understand how the network works. If you can't explain to me what the difficulty adjustment is and what it does, I don't think I'm going to take your opinion on Bitcoin very seriously. People love to have strong opinions about things and technologies that they don't understand, right? It's been like that throughout history with any new invention, any new technology, right? When the car first came out, people were like, why do I need this big, loud, noisy contraption that looks dangerous when I can just ride my horse around, right? My horse works just fine. The same logic applies here. Why do I need Bitcoin? My dollars work just fine. I go to work, I have dollars in my bank account. I go to the store, I buy stuff with dollars. You know, it works out pretty well. I have these investments, you know, they're returning me some dollars. But again, you can't dismiss something completely new without truly understanding how it works. I would urge you to really dive into Bitcoin and what this means. What is all this stuff on the screen? What is a Bitcoin transaction? How do I send a Bitcoin transaction? Can a Bitcoin transaction be reversed? How do the Bitcoin fees work? How does Bitcoin mining work? Things like that. And I truly believe the more people research Bitcoin and how it works, the more they will understand that Bitcoin has the greatest potential to be the base monetary system of Earth for centuries in the future. We've truly never had an asset like this, so it's understandable that people don't understand it because there's no real reference point of something to compare it to, right? We call Bitcoin digital gold, but it's so much different than gold when you really break it down. That was a bit of a breakdown on why I think everyone should have some Bitcoin allocation. Again, even if you're the biggest skeptic in the world, just put $1 a month, right? Set up an automatic purchase of $1 a month, just on the off chance you might be wrong about Bitcoin. So that's going to about do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll just ask that you leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That helps out a ton. And as always, together, let's work, save, and build a better future with Bitcoin. See you in the next video.